This one is an album that inflicts pain, and probably pain on your way of thinking and what you're going to think is good. So that, in other words, this is an album you need to hear, and it's a DJ Paul. So he came out with this album about 3 years ago, and he's got another album coming this month. So it's called Person of Interest. Now, with that, this album is basically like a 3-6 Mafia album. It's the same concept, same topics, and really it almost crosses the line to the same type of style that is horrorcore, but it's also not forgetting that DJ Paul is a pretty well known name. I mean, you know that Juicy J has gotten pretty big, but DJ Paul is not someone that was just ignored. People say, oh yeah, I remember him. And that's used to this benefit because this is a 24 song album. Usually most people would just make this a double album, but it's packed to the gills. And some songs I think had to be shorter just because this was right at 80 minutes for a CD. So what you're getting, lots of stuff. DJ Paul didn't slip, and this is basically an alternative considering 3-6 is not around anymore, but the Mafia 6 is. And, you know, they had a member die recently, so let's keep things, let their legacy live on, and that sort of thing. Yes, so can you smoke to this? The answer is yes, you can. Trap Back Jumpin', Amnesia, Zeros and Commas, What I Look Like, E&J, No Panties. These are some great songs to smoke to. And I mean, there's tons more, but, you know, once again, this is going to take a little bit longer than normal to actually listen to because there's so much on here. Now, a lot of these songs are going to be like 2 minutes and 45 seconds to 3 minutes and 15 seconds because there's a lot. So usually the songs are going to be like 2 verses or so, but it doesn't always happen, but that's kind of something. So the production is handled well, but you got to keep in mind that not every song is good. I actually liked a little bit more than half the album. So, you know, really there's a lot of highlights, but a lot of misses as well. One of them is Had to Eat, and another one would be, let's see, With the Shit. I mean, I like that one, but DJ Paul is not on that song. And Unstoppable really sounded good at the beginning, but it ended up not being. So, I mean, the real problem with the production is simply that I know DJ Paul knows what is good music, but it feels as if for some reason he decided not to make this as dense as it could have been when it comes to the beat side of things. And you get traces of it. I mean, there's a good 10, 13 songs that really showcase that, but then you're going to listen to the other half and say, why is this dragging along? You think, you know, it's kind of confusing, but, you know, once again, this is a large album. So the unheard songs are, I like 13 songs out of 24, and I'd say 23 just because one song is less than 2 minutes. So Trap Back Jumpin', Get 'Em Done, Amnesia, All in the Family, Chin Up, Zeros and Commas, Burn, What I Look Like, Which One, E&J, No Panties, I think Lego, and I'm Sprung. These are the best ones. I'm going to talk about some of these. What I Look Like sounds kind of, recent, at least for 2012. Zeros and Commas has one of the best beats on here. So does No Panties. E&J is a really good song. Trap Back Jumpin', that's got one of the best beats, and plus it's energetic. It's gonna keep things going. Which One's another one. That one, that's a pretty good topic. He's saying which one are you talking about, because he's got so many. Amnesia is another one that's really all over the place. I'm Sprung has Lil White, and this one sounds like a horrorcore song, and I think that's a more difficult song to like, but it's still good for what he does. And yeah, so you just have to listen to the 13 that I liked, and you might find some more on here that you like. But just keep in mind, the ones I didn't mention, it's normally because of the production. So I do recommend this album. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because I like 13 out of 23. That's more than fair, but it still has a little bit to go to be, just flawless. So the future DJ Paul is dropping this month. It's coming out end of October, and I will likely review it. I want to. I'm excited. It's one of the ones I'm really wanting to hear. The social score, I will give it a 5.5 social, because, well, I'll give it a 6 social because DJ Paul has some good songs on here, but there's likely that a lot of people won't want to listen to 24 songs to find out the ones that are the best ones. So it's hit and miss, but there are good songs on here, so I don't think there's not. You're getting 13 good songs, so that's a lot more than just 7 on a 12-song album. But alright, can it be topped? Not in depth, not in size, but it's still, there is the possibility of it being better. So I give this album a 6 and a 6 social. Subscribe for more fun.